Today I wanted to share about the fire element and how is it connected to our spirit. And the fire element can transmute, right? It can transform. And so do we when we're walking in alignment with our spiritual path. And at the same time, if you're walking away or far or disconnected from your spiritual being and self, it most likely you're going to burn yourself, right? And you're going to experience in challenging situations that they're going to bring you back into your path, into your spiritual being, into what we truly are, right? We are spiritual being having a human experience, and we are in the path of remembering. We all come from source, right? And source can be called God, goddess, creator energy, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But we all come from this vast energy who is bigger than us, who is beyond that we can even imagine, right? That we are gifted by our senses, and it's beautiful to be able to see, to be able to touch, to be able to hear, to be able to taste. At the same time, we are somehow limited by them, right? What we cannot see doesn't mean that it's not there. So the spiritual realm, the unseen realm is very real and it's very present. And just because we cannot touch it or we cannot see it doesn't mean that it's not real. Same with the fire, you wouldn't touch the fire, right? It will burn you, it will be too much. Same with our senses. Our senses are allowing us to experience this beautiful life, and at the same time, if we are seeing the whole creator and the whole created source energy, will be just too much for our physical body in this experience. And this is why somehow we forget when we are born, right? And then we walk this path as the path of remembering. And the tool that I wanted to share today is the power of prayer, and how prayer can be a wonderful ally, right? And it can help us to manifest and to really get into alignment of what is it that we're calling in. And just like the fire, when you throw something into the fire, it will transmute, right? It will transform. If you put a piece of paper in the fire, it's no longer a piece of paper, right? It will transmute. And you won't get into the fire and touch to grab the paper out of the fire, right? It most likely the paper is no longer a paper, and that you're going to burn yourself if you do that. So why do I'm sharing this in this way is because when you pray for something, you're not constantly shaking on it, right? You pray and then you allow, you trust, you let it go, and you allow to be taken care, right? You're not constantly shaking in, you're not constantly thinking about it. Okay, these prayers, how is it going to arrive? What is it that I have to do, or things that I have to happen for this prayer to be receive, right? You just trust. And this is how the power of prayer is so powerful, because it allows you to actually let God of control, right? Let God of the thinking mind, the things that actually needs to figure it out how this is going to happen. You just trust, right? What you can do though in the process of using the power of prayer is to be really specific, and to really ask for something that is really specific, and then to really let it go, allow, and to continue intentionally focusing on what you are calling in, more than checking in to figure it out if it will happen or it won't happen, or when it will happen or won't happen. Is the work that you can do is to align with what is it that you're calling in. And so creator energy knows that you are really serious about this prayer, right? So it can deliver it in a way, to say it with words in a simple way. But if you pray for something and then it's not happening, and then you change your mind and you pray for something else, and then you change your mind and you pray for something else and something else, you're giving mixed signals, right? Like you are confusing somehow, for the lack of a better word, the source energy to actually, do you really want this? So this is why when you pray for something, you pray with faith, and you pray with trust, that and that you feel worthy of it, that you are asking for something specific, and then you are letting it go, you are allowing it. You don't focus on how it's going to happen, you only focus on the what. And that by focusing on the what, you trust that the how is being taken care, right? By this force that actually makes the tree grows, makes your hair grow, makes all of your organ function, right? You're not telling your organs how to function, you're just trusting that it's happening. There is an intelligence that is happening, right? Same with your prayers, there is an intelligence that is taken care of. And it most likely, if you're asking for something, it was the same intelligence that actually create that inspiration for you to even ask for it, because it's meant to be in your life. When you're asking for something, you're not asking for something that it shouldn't be in your life. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be in your radar. It wouldn't even be in your mind and in your emotions, in your feelings. You wouldn't even pay attention to something that is not meant to be in your life. So if you're asking and praying for something, trust that is meant to be in your life. This is why you're asking for it, right? It came to you as a way that you know is coming, that as a way that your soul knows that you're meant to have this. All your dreams, all of your desires, all of what you're calling in, you are feeling this calling and this pulling for it because it's meant to be in your life. If it wasn't meant to be in your life, you wouldn't even care about it. So trust that when you're praying and you're setting the intention of the what, the how is being delivered, the how is being happening on your behalf, because it's directing you into your path. It's directing you walk into that with your inner fire, ignited from within, right? And to really trust that it's being taken care of, and to trust that you're worth it of it, and to trust that it's happening and it will happen in divine timing. And if you continue shaking in and continue asking for the same prayer over and over and over, it's almost like you're not trusting that that is being developed or that is working in your behalf, and allow it to happen for you and through you, and that you are continuously becoming the best version of yourself to actually attract what you are asking for, right? And also pay attention on what you are asking, right? If you are praying for patience, it's most likely that you're going to attract situation that makes you patient. If you are praying for strength, it's most likely that you're going to unconsciously co-create experiences that are going to ask you to become stronger, right? So be mindful and also very intentional of what is it that you're asking for, what is it that your prayer actually is, right? And be very intentional, be very specific, let it go, allow, trust, have faith in the process. Don't focus on the how, just focus on the what, and then open yourself to receive. Open yourself to actually manifest what you are calling in, because you're calling in because your soul already knows that it's meant to be in your life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling it for it, right? So by using the power of prayer in a way that is empowering, in a way that is actually guiding you, remembering of what you came here to do and why you came here to do that, right? And to trust in the process, and to be very specific, to allow, to have faith, and to only focus on the what, not on the how. And to be really intentional of what is it that you are actually doing. And if you keep seeking, or you keep your mind may try to get on the way and say why this is not happening, or it shouldn't have happened already, or you start questioning it, if actually I shouldn't even pray about this, and you start questioning, it's almost like you're pushing it away, right? So the idea is for you to trust, give it to the fire, allow for the transformation to happen, and just open yourself to receive it. So I wanted to share a little bit in this video about the fire element and how is it connected to our spirit, and everything that we may not see, feel, touch, or sense with our senses doesn't mean that it's not there. That is very real, and the unseen world is very real, and is always working in our favor, and is always supporting us. It's always supporting you in your path and what you came here to do in your path of remembering. So thank you for listening to this video, and if it helped you in any way, I hope it helped you in any way. Also feel free to share it. Thank you.